When we talk about realms, we tend to think of that a realm as in another physical dimension. No, the realm is in your head, is in your mind. You are living out in another realm right now as we speak, in the form of a thought that is traveling through what we call sound. Your thoughts is more higher. When you listen to music and it's real high and they say, turn it down, that volume is not higher than a thought that's just contained inside of your brain. The reason why you don't go deaf from this high vibrational component, which is you inside of your mind, is because you are the volume. You turn yourself up when you think, and you turn yourself down when you don't think. So he who don't think is of low vibrational frequency. But he who thinks can connect to other realms inside of what he's connected to, which we call the universal mind. Now, today I said I was going to talk about something else too as well. But before I go outside of elements, I wanted to speak on one other thing. Because a lot of people say, well, you do videos and we see that you drink spirits or alcohol, what we call spirits, and it's negative. Well, let me tell you something. There's a difference when you're doing something for activity, and there's a difference when you're doing something to open up certain gates. You can use a negative so that you can contrast or connect yourself to certain keys or gates. See, when you go to sleep and you dream, that's your subconscious taking over. You are no longer in control. This is why in your dream, it's certain things that you say, well, I should have done this in my dream, or I should have done that. No, you couldn't have done it because it's not you anymore. It's fragments of you, but it's not really you, if you get what I'm saying. So I use alcohol as a negative to control my positive, and I use certain positive things to control my negative. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what we are. We are negative and positive components living in different dimensional realms. And where's that realm at? It's not somewhere that look like this, what your two eyes give you. It's somewhere that look like this, your thoughts. What do your mind look like right now? What's going on in your mind? What's flowing through your DNA? Records. Your very own individual history is flowing through your DNA right now. You have enemies in your DNA. You have archangels, or what you call guardians. You have stars that is going to war in your DNA. This is where they come from, Star Wars. You have stars, stargates. And you have other yous that is in these star realms that's going to war. This is where the Star Wars come from. Everything that you see on television comes from somebody's DNA. Most likely from the military, from people that they experiment on. Because we have scripts in our DNA. From places where we are right now, from places that we come from. We are infinite. It's not, you don't just exist as this one person inside of this body. You exist as many souls. Now, I want to go on to the enemy thing. When I say you have enemies living in your DNA, not only do you have enemies living in your DNA, but you have enemies living here. Everything you see with your physical eyes, all of this stuff is your DNA. The sun, the moon, the stars, the people that you see that's in your life, all of these people are in your DNA, meaning they're downloaded in your records. You've seen these people before. You've seen the thing that you're seeing before because it's in the script. It's in your scripts. It's encoded. It's pre-encoded inside of your scripts, your DNA. So you might meet somebody who's an enemy, who killed you in a past life. I've spoken this before. And they're coming back to finish you up here. You have somebody who was in the future. See, the future is your past. And your past is your future. The reason why I talk about it being split is because this is what most people who's trying to wake up, this is how they seeing things. They see things as being fragmented. And if you see things as being fragmented, you'll become a part of that fragmented thing. But when you put yourself inside of the whole component to become a part of a whole formula, then you become a part of that whole formula. You can see your future as being your past, and your past is your present, and all of that is going on right now as we speak. You can't see it all, but it's many fragmented yous that exist inside of these realms that exist inside of the future or the past. So we hear them talking about the 1700s and the 1800s existing. Guess what? The 1700s, the horse and carriage days, it's still going on right now. You there. You might be a woman there right now. You might be Chinese, what we call Chinese, what you call Japanese. You get what I'm saying? You could be in the future, where it's flying cars. Many of us probably been there and come back, and the military picked up on that DNA, and they used that person's DNA who've been to the future where they couldn't go, and now they got flying cars in the military. They have flying cars right now because of somebody else's technological DNA of their records, their scripts, the scribes, their book. That's why they say you're a walking book. So if you're a walking book, guess what? If somebody else can read you and you can't read yourself, what you think is going on? They giving you a processed history that has nothing to do with you, but has something to do with people thousands of years ago that can't benefit you today. Think about what I'm saying. You could be walking with the very enemy who murdered you in the future and made you come back to this present, or murdered you in the past and made you come back here. You gotta be careful, because sometimes these different dimensions will send the same people that murdered you there. It's not always wrong. The person who killed you in the past or the future could be the person that you make it with in a relationship here. The universe is something here to make up for what they've done to you. So now you're saying, oh, I got a man that treat me good, or a woman who treat me good. They went on me hands and feet, hands and knees, or whatever you say. But this is, they lived in a negative realm. Now they're in a positive realm, making up for you the things that they did to you in the negative realm. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to y'all, I know y'all, see, I had to test these, and I got a new phone, so I'm feeling myself. So yeah, I haven't done a video in a while. Another thing as well too, the next few full moons, the next few blood moons, and the next few super moons, a lot of y'all be careful, because there's a lot of people that y'all met who's coming back to give you things to help you extend yourself beyond the thinking of this universe. This universe is one big mind. So it's going to help you jump from this mind into another mind. So not only are you going to be able to snatch a physical body, but you'll be able to snatch other bodies too that has nothing to do with anything that you can see with the two physical eyes. You'll be able to snatch thoughts. Thoughts will be able to snatch you. So the people that you're around are going to become, their geomagnetic force field is going to become sensitive. Meaning that if your geomagnetic force field is sensitive, that means that whatever is forming inside of them from other realms is coming in through the mind of different universes, it'll be able to tap into you. You'll be able to tap into that. A lot of people will be coming into your life using you. A lot of people will be coming into your life trying to give you certain things to help you, again, to extend. This is the year of the serpent. The serpent is what? The snake. But again, the snake is not going to be here to be your enemy this time. The snake is what we use, what? To heal. You need a poison to kill a poison. So you have positive poison, you have negative poison. You have negative acid, you have positive acid. So this serpent, or this archangel, serpents are angels too. Snakes have wings. Your enemy ain't necessarily negative all the time if you know how to read their energy. Sometimes what you think is your enemy is your angel. I know y'all like that. He's talking about angels, like he's still into religion. No, I'm done. I can use all of the components that I've learned from now toward the things that I'm teaching. So I can say angel now, even though I know that it don't exist. But guess what? It can exist because the people here who believe in it, guess what? They make it exist. So this is how you have to speak their language. You can't go and talk to a deaf person with your mouth. Some of the things they may be able to read, but you have to use your hands. They may have become deaf later, so the people who became deaf later, they might have more of an extension than those who caught it earlier. Because they were able to maneuver through there are certain sounds in the matrix. And that's what we are. We are music. We're sounds in the matrix, trying to connect a rhythm to each other so that when you create a rhythm, I create a rhythm, now we got a relationship. But now you got two people in a relationship, not only just an intimate relationship. I'm talking about as far as friendships. They can't tap into a rhythm to balance the frequency of one another, so they're playing music that you can't really get down to. So it's not a relationship. It's not a friendship. You hear what I'm saying? All right? Black Science TV 111. Osei Kufuor. I'm out. Peace.